Hey guys, it's Eagle, and welcome back to another episode inside of Technological Journey. In the last episode, as you can see there on the right, we completed the large bronze boiler, the steam grinder, and got ourselves the high pressure steam forge hammer to help us make plates at a little bit better of a ratio. I'm sorry I didn't have an episode out the past couple days. I've just been busy hanging out with the friends. It's been that time of year where I'm wanting to get outside a lot, but if you saw the teaser post that I made, I did actually complete the large bronze boiler. And I have it set up in a little side room here. This is not final. In fact, in today's episode, the main goal is going to be moving this bronze boiler down into the bottom level of the base here. And with the help of our coke ovens, which I've kind of started playing around with here, hopefully we can automate and keeping that thing up as long as possible. I've done some playing around with trying to do the wall share here because in the quest book it says that you can make 3 in a 3x7x3 area, which I think is possible, but I think I need a little bit more output buses and import buses. I can get 2 of these working at one time with the just one input bus, output bus, and an output hatch, but I haven't quite figured out how to do 3 yet. So we're going to go ahead and just take this down for now, and then once we get ready to actually go ahead and automate as much as I can, then we will start working on building those. So the plan is to have the large bronze boiler move down here and hopefully have 3 coke ovens set up, all feeding into each other and creating this cool loop of steam and creosote and all the fun stuff. But for us to do that, there's a few things that we're going to need to do beforehand. I don't really want to use these pipes if I don't have to, so I'm going to start moving into the quest book more and work towards these fluid conduits and item conduits from Ender.io. I love Ender.io. My only other experience in a GregTech Modpack is in Nomi Factory, and those are a godsend. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get those today. But in order to do so, we're going to have to go into the Nether and collect ourselves some things from there, like quartz, and then we can alloy smelt using our primitive alloy smelter to make ourselves some fused quartz. So that's going to be the main goal of today's episode, at least in the beginning. But also, I went on a little bit of a mining spree and collected some uranium, because uranium is also required for those conduits. And I have the alloy smelter going, creating some pulsating iron ingots that we're going to need. But obviously the problem that we're running into is I lack the steam production that we are going to need. So for right now, it's going to be fine. But at a later date, we're going to have all this up and running. Super, super cool. But the end goal with the steam production from the large bronze boiler is going to be hooking up, like it says in the quest book here, let's see, 16 LV steam turbines. That's going to be the ultimate goal. I don't know if I'll do 16. We'll see what I can do, but all of this is to get us set up so that we can start making some of the LV machines to then make circuit crafting even easier, because we're going to need a lot of those. I only crafted 4 a couple episodes ago, and I could have made more if I really grinded it out, but I figured let's just kind of hang out for a little bit until we can kind of make some better profits from making those. So that's going to be the goal. So I guess firstly here, let's kind of check in the quest book and see what we're going to need. I started the coke oven quest. I still need to make an output hatch. For some reason, it didn't accept the LV version. I have to make the ULV version for the quest completion. So we'll do that. That's not too big of a deal, but that's going to be setting us up for this early power method. But I think firstly, let's go ahead and get moving towards getting into the Nether to get ourselves some fused quartz. It looks like we just need does it need to be the blast resistant kind? No, it's just regular fused quartz. We can just put quartz into our primitive alloy smelter to get ourselves some fused quartz. So let's go ahead and figure out how to do that. I don't know for sure if getting to the Nether is going to work the same as vanilla, but let's just try it out, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and put some of the stuff away. My inventory is a mess right now. Put in all the coke oven stuff for now. I did make 3 of them. Not a bad start. I've got a lot of stuff going on here, and I got to get my mind reoriented. But I got to say, this clipboard, so much better than the one in Nomi Factory. I don't have to click into it to actually read it, so that's super cool. The Nether, move the boiler, set up the coke ovens, and Ender.io fluid and item conduits. That's kind of our goals today. So let's figure out where we want to do this. Oh, also, I didn't speak on this. Thanks to some comments from you guys in the last episode, I learned that these industrial primitive blast furnaces, I don't need multiple of them. I can just extend it out by adding another input hatch or input bus. So I just added another layer, so now we were able to create a lot of steel. So we created a little bit of that. I think we have like 5 stacks made, so probably should keep that thing running, but we're running low on coal too. That might be something else we're gonna have to do in today's episode. but hopefully the coke ovens will help mitigate a little bit of the stress from that. I already started making a lot of wood, but let's go ahead and get this built. I don't know where I want to do it, but I guess before we do that, let's start with making a flint and steel. And I believe it's going to take, oh wow, it actually has the vanilla recipe. Well, that's not very Greg Tech, but I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to go ahead and make it before something updates, and then I have to make 6 different crafting recipes just to make it. But let's just go ahead and do this. Flint and steel, and there we go. And I don't even know for sure if this is how you get there. I don't know if it says anything in the quest book, or if there's an overworld nether quartz that we need to get, but let's just go ahead and start with this and see. Place this down. I need to get rid of that. Let's see. Oh, it worked. That's cool. And because we have extra, we'll just go ahead and put that off there. Make it look cool. But very nice. Good start already. Before I even go in there, I really am just going to want to kind of clear my inventory out for the chance that I do not make it back alive. The main things that I'd be upset about losing would be these hammers. So let's figure that out. But let's see here. Let's put some stuff away in our backpacks. I probably won't take any of the tools with me. I just don't see a reason for it. So we'll put this backpack away. We're gonna need some more food too before I go. Also, do I have a bow? I do have a bow. It's got very low durability, but that should just be enough to make me feel hopefully a little bit more safe, but not too bad. Let's get some food cooking. I have a lot of this uranium in here. I also got the conduit binders ready for when we are ready to make those fluid conduits. I added some more farms, so I got carrots and wheat going. So let's go ahead and grab some more of these, actually. All still very low tech in this base right now, but that's okay. Eventually, we will rise through our technological journey, for lack of a better word. I know it's a little corny, but hey, it is what it is. Make sure we're all fed. And let's go ahead and put our backpacks away. I think our main goal is just going to be looking for quartz, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to see the quartz without having to get too crazy and dig around. So let's just go ahead and see how this goes. Oh no. Okay. Oh. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so don't punch without the fire because it'll auto switch. But this is a pretty good spawn. First thing I'm gonna want to do is hit B and make ourselves a portal spawn, so that we don't get lost in here, because that can definitely happen. So I see some stuff over there that looks like it may be quartz. Let's see if there's some on this level that I don't have to run around for. Maybe that over there. Looks like it's everywhere. And I don't know how useful glowstone is in this pack, but I assume we're gonna have to come back for it. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of exploring here. Are these guys gonna be mad at me? No, just hang out, homie. Just hang out. All right, what is this? Silver. Okay, so that other vein was silver as well. Maybe I should have brought my item, or my mining prospector. We'll just do a quick little look real quick, and if we can't find any just with our eye, maybe we'll go back and find that, because I think there's a lot of other nether ores in here as well. Is there an easy way to get down? What's this stuff? Still, oh, this is nether quartz. Well, it's like 3 pieces. We're gonna need more than that. We are definitely gonna need more than that. Quite literally 3 pieces. Okay. Do I just make the plunge? I always get nervous when I come into the nether. It just never ends well for me. It might just be a little bit of past visits from Minecraft throughout my life and all the terrible things that have ended up happening in the world. But let's see. I think this is silver over here as well. It looks like silver. But that looks like quartz. That looks like quartz. Excuse me. And let's just find out. I really hope these guys don't get mad at me when I start mining, because that's going to be not a fun time. Please be quartz. And it is. Very cool. So let's just get rocking here then, I guess. This is nice. I love mining. It's so fun. It's my favorite thing to do in this game. There's quite literally nothing better. Okay. All right. Okay. I was not prepared for this contingency. I should have had that in my offhand. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. All right, cool. Let's see. Is there any uses for netherrack outside of it just being ugly? Because it does have the old Minecraft texture. So I don't think it'll be used for any kind of building. An igniter. You can make books. Make it into bricks. Pulverize into netherrack dust. What's that used for? Centrifuge it and get some gold. Or precious metal. Okay, well, I mean, people were saying that gold is extremely rare in this pack, and precious metal is kind of your way to get it. And there's some chemical chains to get that going, but not too worried about that at the current moment. I do know where there is a large amount. Oh no, we're already being attacked. Oh, he's further away than I thought. Punk. Come on. Come on. Get him. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Everyone avert your eyes for the time being. He needs to get a little closer, though. Nice. Ooh, even got return to sender there. That's huge. All right, we've successfully defended ourselves against the first threat. They were really the only ones that I was really worried about. So I'm glad we got that taken care of. New on the agenda, get a new bow. Speaking of precious metal, we got some here. Some nether iron. Blocked. That was huge. Okay. Very nice. We're gonna get a little extra bonus here. I think I'm going to also set a way marker here, just so I know later on, because I'm definitely going to forget where all this quartz is coming from. Let's see how this is processed. Let's start with that. So you just, looks like you smelt it and you get 2. You can pulverize it to get 4 quartz dust, but I don't think that's what we're gonna need. Can I use the quartz dust to get myself diffused? No. Okay, so we just have to use regular quartz. Not a big deal. We can smelt that down. Speaking of smelting down, I do also at some point, as you see on the right, want to get a steam oven up and going because I feel like that'll be nice in terms of processing ores. So that'll be something. It's not super important. Thankfully, the iron furnaces mod is very, very nice, and we got set up pretty early with it. But let's go ahead and get a little bit more. Okay. All right. Okay. That's going to get me at some point. I'm just going to let you guys know I will die in that fashion at some point. Although now that I say it, I should be as prepared as I can be. Oh gosh, it also flows so fast in the nether. Okay, this is probably enough for right now. Just to get it going. 4 stacks will be 8 stacks. 4 per piece. Yeah, we're not going to need nearly that much. At least not at this current time. But let's just fill the inventory up a little bit more. Get rid of a little bit of this netherrack. Oh, it's burning up all my nether quartz. Okay. Good thing there's a lot of it. And hopefully I can teleport back, because I don't know if I can even get back up the way I came. I see the portal over there. Let's see if we can get back. Just want to hit J. Go to our waypoints and teleport to the portal. Very nice. And let's go through before a ghast destroys us. And we made it back safely. Made it back safely. First attempt, we made it back. Let's go. All right, well, let's get this rocking. This is still smelting some stuff. Let's just let this thing go. I feel like this is gonna be pretty good. And usually the nether ores are twice as good as, yeah, they're twice as good as the overworld ores. So it'll turn into 4 magnetite, whereas a regular one would just turn into 2, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but that's usually how it works in Greg Tech. So not too bad, not too bad. We're gonna also have to figure out our storage situation here soon. We can always make some more barrels, but let's use this second barrel as another block chest. We have a lot of blocks being inputted into our base. Cool. I have so many ores in here that need processing and a lot of stuff that I don't really know what to do with it. So We'll see how that goes. Let's see. Tin plates are done. I was using that to make some wires. Why isn't this going? What's being filled up? Oh, it's just slow. Okay. Yeah, it's just slow. Just slow right now. That's okay. All right. Now that we have some quartz, let's get a whole stack of it, and then we will take out the pulsating iron, swap it out for the nether quartz, and hopefully get ourselves our first fused glass. Something I'm also going to want to do is, I looked at this tree beacon. I don't know how this works. I've never seen this mod before, but it's kind of expensive for us currently, but I think it will help automate the tree process, which we'll want to do for sure. But okay, we got ourselves a stack of nether quartz. Put this into the alloy smelter. Get this out of here. Get this out of here. Let this recipe finish. Got 14. That should be fine. I think it takes nuggets as well, so that is a bonus. Let's put this in. Awesome. In 8 seconds, we should have our first fused quartz. There we go. And quest complete. Now we can really start getting into some stuff. There's an endervoir in here as well. So we got an infinite water source with these endervoirs. They don't look too... Okay, they take any kind of fused glass, it looks like. They make hardened glass and fused quartz. Yeah, so they need hardened glass. Oh no, they can just use any kind. Is that what it's saying? Is it just cycling? The sides are interchangeable. Yeah, it looks like you can just use any kind. Cool. All right. Still no time in the bottle. I don't really know. I don't really have a use for it yet, but we're gonna want to get that. What does it take again? Oh, it's the lapis we don't have. We can get the gold. All right, cool. So, okay, very nice. There's our first fused quartz. And let's check out how to make these conduits. So let's start with, I didn't make the fluid conduit in here. Let's get the fluid conduit recipe saved. Looks like it takes pulsating iron nuggets. That's cool. So that'll be not as bad to craft as I thought it would be. Not too bad. Item conduits. Need my conduit binders back. Probably gonna want to make a little bit more of those as well, but we got a good enough right now. Let's just do this. There we go. We got over a stack of item conduits. Cool. And then from here, to make the fluid conduits, we just need pressurized fluid conduits, and then once again, put them in there. So looks like we just need more fused quartz. 3 per craft. Not too bad. Okay. Let's see if we can get one more of these. Then we can make 5 crafts of 3, which will turn into 8 each, I think. Very nice. All right. All right, we got 40. And then from there, gets even better ratios this way. 2 stacks is fine. Actually, we'll just, it don't matter. Pressurized fluid conduits, ender item conduits. Okay, we've got all kinds of conduits, all kinds of things going. We'll put those back in there for when we need them. We'll put the extra 8. And let's put this iron away. Or the uranium and the pulsating iron. Okay. Take this stuff back. Thankfully, we didn't have to be in the nether for that long. Get some wire cutters. Let's make ourselves some tin wire. Always need more tin wire for these recipes, especially in LV. Okay, so now that we've completed that, we get ourselves extract speed. I don't think we're gonna need that yet. I didn't really have to use these much in my playthrough. Only once when I had my sugarcane set up when it got really crazy, but I don't know. Maybe we'll end up using those. But it's nice they give us 4 of them for free. I also had this idea, as you can see up there in the top left, that I could use these ender tanks as well. So rather than pipe it around, I could just put it in an ender tank. So I could just have them anywhere I want, which is cool. But I kind of like the idea of having a little bit of the industrial setup. Plus, I do not have the stuff to make this yet. I have a couple ender pearls, so I have enough to make 2. But I do not have any blaze rods. So we will have to eventually make a trip into the nether even more and get ourselves some of those. But that might be a between episodes thing. So when I die 6 times, you guys don't have to watch me get my stuff back. But whatever. Okay, so next on the agenda, well, I guess, good time. Go on our clipboard. Check that off. Check that off. I did not think those were going to be the first 2 things we did today, but it worked. Cool, so we cancel that. Now, let's go ahead and move this boiler down. I'm not really sure how this boiler works. I've never played with this before, so we'll see. So I think I'm going to put it, I don't know, right here seems like as good of a spot as any. What does it need again? Check the recipe. Okay. First layer, you can have the input. So that we need an input hatch of fluid, an input bus of items. Doesn't need anything else. And then it's just firebox casings. So 7 firebox casings and the input and output bus. I guess does the input hatch go on the same level? Yes. Okay, cool. So we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we want to have our input bus. We'll have it on the, this is for items. I guess it doesn't matter. And then we need the input hatch for fluids. We'll take the bronze boiler. Then we want the output hatch. And then we need to put these pipe casings in the middle. And all we need now is to just fill in the rest. And that should be the boiler moved. Cool. So, input hatch for fluids. This is where we need to get our creosote set up. Let's go back and grab the blocks for the creosote oven. Coke oven? Creosote oven? No, coke oven. Okay. Coke oven bricks, coke ovens, import buses, output buses. I remember now, it said you can make 3, but it didn't specify how many of each input bus and output hatches you'd need. So I've got it to work with a 2 wall shared multi-block, but I can't do it with 3. I'm wondering if I did it in like a square, but that's not a 3x7x3. So I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and just make more. It's not too bad to craft, I don't think. But that is why I was making this tin wire and the rubber sheets. I need more rubber. How was I making these in the compressor? Yeah, so let's just go ahead and put another one in there. Where did all, huh? Oh, it's 4 per, so it was only gonna make 16. Okay, 16 a stack. I was like, why is there nothing in there? Put that up here so we don't lose that. Okay. This is making more rubber sheets. We shouldn't need that many more, but we need string. Okay. And then from here, we need steel, wrought iron, and I think that's it. The LV machine hole. Make one of these. Let's get the wrench out. All right. I did it backwards. I always do that. There we go. Another LV machine casing. And then, let's see. So I'm going to need... I don't know how I want to do this. I could do 2 sets of 2, but then that's like... it's kind of weird. I really feel like there's an easier way to do this. I really do. Is this out of Steam? Why is this not running? What's happening here? Why is this not going? Well, this is filling, but that shouldn't prevent this from running, should it? It's got a full buffer. Oh, okay, so I don't know why it can't. Yeah, for some reason it wouldn't get its exhaust through the pipe, which is kind of annoying, but it's fine. Cool, another rubber sheet. All right, and that should be another tin cable. And tin cable. We need more steel. I thought I was making more of that. I guess not. All right, well, we'll just stick with this for now. If we can only do 2, we can only do 2, and I'll get that ironed out. No pun intended. In between the next episode. Okay, so let's go back down there and get this thing rocking and rolling. Let's go to sleep first. Man, I need to go underneath this base. I know I've said this so many times. I'm so tired of the zombies constantly making noises. Okay. Make our way back down to the base. I do like the way the base is shaping up, though. It's pretty cool. I've given ourselves some room to expand here, out to the side. And this is going to be the output hatch. So this is going to be where the steam comes out. Do I want to put that on the other side, maybe? I guess maybe I should do the coke ovens here, and then I can have all my steam machines up along this. That makes more sense. And then we can just have this run underneath. Let's do that. So we'll get rid of this torch for now. Let's just do a double. I think the way I did it before was these. So we want the output bus, which would be charcoal. Output hatch. So we'll do input over here on the left side. Well, actually, I think I can put them anywhere. So let's just put it on this far side. And then we'll do the output hatch. This is, no, I need the input bus, not the output bus. Input bus here. Output bus here. Output hatch in the middle. And we want coke oven here. I think this should work. Coke oven here. And I really hope this works. And just cover the top. Let's see. This one's good. This one's not good. So this one also needs the input bus. Can't remember how I did it before where I got 2 to work. Let's try this. This also does not work. So maybe it needs just one output hatch. It can share the input as well. So I think it can share the input. Maybe we need more. Maybe we need more of these hatches than I originally thought to make this multi-block work both ways. So that seems to be working. I don't think this would work unless it had all 3 of these. So I guess, I don't know. We'll see. Input bus here, output bus here. And, okay, so then we're going to have a little thing here eventually. But I guess the only thing we have to do is just put some logs in here and just see what happens. Let's grab ourselves 4 stacks of rubber. This should turn it into charcoal and creosote. And then if we want to do it further, we can take the charcoal and turn it into charcoal coke. Then we need the input bus. Put all those bad boys in. This one's not going. Why is this one not using this input bus? Okay. So maybe I just need to... Which ones does it share then? Did I read this wrong? All hatches and buses may be shared between. Okay, so they have to be in the same multi-block area. So they have to be within the 3. So maybe I can do it... I can use here and here. Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's get this out of here. And then that means we're going to want the input hatch to be up here, output hatch to be here, and the fluid hatch to be on the bottom. So fluid hatch, output hatch, input bus. Okay, cool. And then that should mean that it's working now. We can just use this seam to kind of get everything going. Now, let's see. There we go. Now this is working. This is also working. Fluid should be coming out of here. We have 1,000 mil buckets of that. And what do we need here? So we need input bus. I think this needs solid fuel. Ooh, that's a little scary. Okay. I guess if the temperature gets too high, it'd be a bad thing. We don't have any fluid in there yet, so let's not worry. Let's not get that going. I should probably switch these fluids. Oh, I was so scared I was gonna explode. Please don't explode. Let's do the input hatch with the fluids here. Input bus there. Okay, so then ideally we can have the fluids going from here to there. Underneath, I'm gonna want to wrench the top. Let's see. Wrench the top of this. So that we'll have it inputting in the top, so we'll have just a chest up on here. So it's not in the way. And now we got to get underneath. I think I can rotate this down as well. I guess we got to make our plunge into this. Ooh, okay. Any baddies? Where was that zombie at I was hearing? Now he doesn't want to come play? What an absolute loser. What a loser. Okay. Maybe I should just make this like a basement so I'm not worried about it as much. It can just be like a maintenance area. Okay. Maybe I should have brought some blocks. Maybe I should have brought some blocks. Okay. Not a big deal right now. Okay, and we want to rotate the output hatch down. And this is where we get the fluid conduits. Hopefully it can take this. Very nice. We're going to want to set that to extract, but I'm not going to do that yet. Where's it at? Right there. Okay. Let's set that to extract, always active. I don't think we need to worry about the channel currently because it's just going to be this one, but we'll should be able to set it to orange and it should work. I don't think I need to do both, but okay, so this should be extracting out creosote if I did the right thing. And then we're going to wrench this bottom here. And let's see, we got to put this to insert on the orange channel. Okay. I have no idea. I have no idea if that worked. Let's check it out. I don't even know how to tell. Something's happening. The lights are on. So he's using some of that residual heat. It's got creosote. That is not an issue. Got a lot of charcoal in here, and I think I could just feed this back into that chest. And then I'll just put logs in, and then eventually it'll cycle through twice, and then I'll have charcoal coke in a chest up there. That might be the play, actually. Hopefully these can only accept items that it can actually use. So it is getting that. Does it need, what does it need? Is it creating steam? It's 0 millibuckets of steam. Doesn't it need a fuel of some kind? Because that's just the fluid. It should have no heat. I don't know why it's getting hotter. Is that just the base temperature? What happens if I put one in heat, one in here? Or maybe it needs, or is it just all of these can be used as fuel? So if I want to use the fluid fuel, I can, or I can use the solid fuel. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I can just use either or. So I guess once it gets to a certain temperature, then it'll start creating steam, similar to the Single block. Okay. Well, now the problem becomes these machines have steam in them, and that makes me even more scared that they're going to explode. Maybe we should just let this thing vibe out for a while. Let's see here. Yeah, because I'm going to want to put all these grinders and stuff down here as well. It says it can fuel 16 of the LV turbines, but maybe if I just do 8 of them, and then it should also be able to do this, or I maybe will end up making both of these. It says, does it say 3 can keep it up all at once? It's in this, it's in the boiler quest. Okay. It can be fueled by creosote, charcoal, and any other burnable fuels. Okay, so it uses, it's and, so it's not both. Coke oven recipes happen to create a perfect ratio with just 3 ovens. The first coke even makes logs into charcoal, and the other 2 convert the charcoal production into creosote. Okay, so it must take longer to do, that's what it is. Okay. That's what it was talking about. So with 3 of them, I can have one creating, one that has just the wood going into it. Okay, and that's turning the charcoal. And then the charcoal will go into both of these, turning it into charcoal coke. And they'll all 3 be creating creosote. So I can also link it up to this cable. So maybe that's how we want to do our 3rd coke oven. So we could maybe do it right up here. Well, yeah, let's just pop it in here. This is just a placeholder. I need the import buses and export buses. Is this thing making steam yet? It's not, and I'm a little bit scared about that. I don't want it to get to 500 and then blow up our base. If that happens, maybe I should run a backup. Just in case. Just in case, because I do not want to rebuild the base again. I will fully use the backups if necessary. I'm not ashamed to say it. There's enough difficulty in this pack. I don't need to be worrying about that. Okay. So I'm happy I got these going. They are creating this fast. So we're going to need a way to feed a lot of logs into this. So I might just need to spend some time and just get a stockpile. Or like I said, use that automated setup. But okay, so we're going to need, let's think, an export bus for creosote. Or an export hatch. Output hatch. They all have different names, so you guys know what I mean. Output hatch. We're gonna need an output bus for the charcoal. That'll be the top. We'll have that run down. Well, or maybe I could do it here. That's idling. Why is that idling? Is it out? Or is it full? That might be why. So it's intelligent enough to turn off when this is full of creosote. But I feel like this isn't burning much fuel yet. It's still heating up. I don't know if it's burning any yet. I guess we'll have to see if this is even burning fuel fast enough. Did it just take some? Okay, so maybe it's more intelligent than I think, which is a good thing. Is a good thing. But let's go ahead and get this figured out. So what is this saying? The ULV hatch. If we do the ULV hatch, then I should just be able to put a chest on that. I guess there's really no need to have a LV hatch for these, but we'll make that ULV hatch that it was asking me to make. So let's go back to the quest book. Oh, this is an ULV output hatch though. That's still fine. That's okay. I'm all right with that. Because we have, let's see, an LV machine hull. So we'll use that for the input. We will need one more. I need to make some steam or some steel plates. Just get those rocking. And then I'm sorry, Mr. Coal Boiler, you're going to be going out of commission here. At least hopefully. Some more rubber. We're going to make more tin cables. Actually, what does a ULV one even take? Wrought iron, and then lead. I do have enough to make one. Yeah, okay, so that's not an issue, but steel plates, wrought iron plates. I'm gonna need some more wrought iron plates too, aren't I? I'm glad I collected a lot of iron. Or at least a good amount. Seems to be going pretty fast. We'll just call this good for now. I don't want iron plates. I want wrought iron plates. Okay, and put these in. Very nice. We should have enough anyway, regardless, right now, but let's just figure it out. So we are going to need this to make our ULV output hatch, or machine casing. Then we have our lead cables, and then more just wrought iron on top. Let's create it. ULV output hatch. Let's get a piece of glass. And let's make ourselves a ULV output hatch, hopefully completing that quest. Very nice. We've got that coke oven quest completed now. Cool. So that's one piece done. Do I have another bus saved anywhere? Or did I use it in this? I think I just didn't craft one for the other two coke ovens. Steel chest. Don't want that. We want another LV machine casing. To then help ourselves make another hole. To do so, we're going to make more wires. Just kidding, we have 2. Make ourselves another LV machine hole. Cool. And then from there, we just need some chests. I believe these are both. So we're going to need item output, item input, fluid output. Okay. This is the item output. And then this is the item input. Cool. So that should be everything we need. Let's go ahead and check it out. Okay. And these ones are sharing this wall. Let's figure this out. Okay. So we're going to want the output hatch. We can just put it here so it's the least amount of cables. We'll have to go back down underneath. That's fine. Output hatch is here. I guess it doesn't really matter. But we want the output of items. Let's do the input bus here. We can just put a barrel here. The output bus will be at the top, going into the input bus here. Or it'll just go into that chest as well, back into the inputs. Because this input is eventually just going to be charcoal, hopefully. So then it'll just make coal coke, and then I can extract the coal coke into a chest here, or whatever I want to do with it. At that point, it's just burnable fuel. Okay, so then let's get back our coke oven bricks. Coke oven. More bricks. And then we want the output bus here. And we can use our wrench here. We can use that to flip that downward. And in theory, we just got to fill this in. Let's see. Okay, so it likes us. Cool. Very nice. So for now, we'll just put the chest here. This will be just a normal chest. We can use Iron Chest mod as well to upgrade it. I think, honestly, I don't even really need a... Well, I might want to put a chest. Do I even need a chest? Or it's just going to have this to be charcoal. I think I'm going to put a chest here just because it might be nice to have a little bit of a buffer of charcoal, hopefully. So let's try this. I'm not gonna mess with the channels, I don't think, because it's just for this. We want to insert into this chest, always active. And then let's grab the charcoal out of here. Or not the charcoal, the rubber wood. Rubber wood in this input. Okay, so now we got to see this make charcoal, and then hopefully put that into this input bus. And then it'll tell us, hopefully, that it's making... Oh, it already did it. That was quick. So it's already making that. Might have accidentally done it. We'll just have to watch it. Making another one, making another one. These are both making coke. Cool. Let's get our first output. Let's see how good this is. 3,200 ticks. That's huge. What else can this be used for? So we can use it in the primitive blast furnace, and it looks like it's not... It's 30 seconds, but I feel like that's the same as it was for regular coal. But anyway, it's not even matter because we're generating coal from wood. Really good coal. Which is nice, but let's see. Coal coke dust. Does that have any cool uses? Can I use it in circuit crafting? Is that necessary? Doesn't look like it, so we'll just have that going. And then for now, we'll just have it output into this. So we'll just start creating coal coke here. And all we gotta do is fill this chest up with logs. I think it'll turn off intelligently. It'll turn off intelligently from the fluid conduits, I believe. But we need to be using this steam somewhere, so we need to get that rocking. So we're probably gonna move the grinder, the alloy smelter, and then hopefully we can get the oven, and we can have those all right here, and have those getting some steam. I'm probably going to have the steam also go down underneath and see if I can feed into the bottom. Let's check out this multi-block and see. So I think this one needs... I think I could put the fluid hatch anywhere. Or does it need to be or in the opposite of it? Let's read the steam grinder quest. The steam hatch must be filled with steam, and it consumes steam as it processes. Okay, run out in the middle of a craft. Make sure your steam supply is... Okay. Okay, so I may have lost some items in that, not having enough, but 8 recipes every 30 seconds. Okay. What am I missing? Is it raining? Oh, no. So, I guess, what's the play here? So this is filling up, this is filling up. We got this thing's cooled down, so theoretically I should be able to break it. That's what happened the first time. I'm going to break everything else that's more valuable first before I do that. But this is empty. This is full but empty of items. Okay. Let me think about this. Okay. I guess the most important one that we're going to want to need is both of these. So we'll try to leave these, and let's just hope that nothing explodes. Okay. That's good. Nothing exploded. Now the pipes are a different issue. And how am I going to get rid of them without exploding myself? We're going to do this one at a time because I will get confused if I do not do that. Hopefully using these Ender.io fluid and item conduits, we can make this even easier. Okay, let's get the primitive alloy smelter. Let's remember how this is built. So these need to be on the bottom. We want the... So there's going to be 2 items and inputs. Output hatch can go on the back, but maybe it can just go here, facing away. Or I guess I can all face down. The steam grinder... Oh, I can just rotate it. I'm stupid. I can rotate the steam hatch to face down. Okay, this is not bad. Okay, I was overreacting heavily. Check this one more time. So we need our 2 input buses and our output buses. Input hatch, that'll be the last thing we do. Input buses, output buses. Input, input. Output. Hatch. Let's break that block first so we can see it when we go down there. Alloy smelter. And then in theory... It's just 1, 2, 3. And then we just cover the top with our holes. Why we only have 8? Did I not have 9? Am I tripping? What did I do wrong? Is it empty on the top? It says we only need 8. There's a hole in the top. Duh. Is that a functioning multi-block? It sure is. Okay. So now the fun part is if I connect this into the fluid system, like I get some fluid conduits out. Where did the rest of my fluid conduits go? Oh, here they are. I probably want to get a channel set for steam on this, on the output, so nothing automatically blows up when I input into it. That could be useful. but we'll see. Put this on here last, maybe. There's a wrench. Okay. Down we go. Any bad guys? Not that I can see. Okay. Output hatch here. We can just go there. This will go into the input bus. Or into the input hatch. We want to insert. Let's put this, let's do steam on light gray. A lot of colors here. Light gray, steam light gray. Nice. All right. I do need a way to just go in and out of here. I'm going to turn this into a little maintenance area, so I'll flatten this out more. But for now, let's just keep playing around. How's this thing going? Not too bad, doesn't look like. This is just idling. It just knows. Seems to be going okay, but it's not producing any. Am I just burning creosote? I mean, I guess it's not a big deal. Okay, and now theoretically... Turn this to light gray. Turn off the input. Oh, he's active? Is this getting steam? It is not. Do I need to put water in here? I guess that makes sense, right? But like, where does it go? Does it also go in the input? No, right? Okay. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to get this figured out, and then I will get back to you. Okay. That was a little bit of an excursion, but I figured it out. Very simple solution. I don't know why I didn't think of it right away. All I had to do was exchange the item input hatch for a fluid input hatch, put a bucket of water in there, and now we are creating steam. And this should be filling up with steam as well, and it sure is. Cool. So these can handle steam, which I wasn't sure about. That is moving steam. This just needs water. And I think we're going to just have to get ourselves an end reservoir to fill up right here and then just have that go into there. So it should be able to auto input into it. I believe so with the wrench, but very cool. These are all working nice. We're getting ourselves a good amount of coal coke, which is awesome. We can use that and very easily use that as fuel. I also connected this output hatch as well into the main line of creosote feeding into the boiler. So that should be able to create enough right now. It's creating a good amount of steam per tick, like a lot of steam per tick. I don't think the one we were using before is even close to that amount. I'm thinking it's not even a tenth of the amount. But all we need to do now is figure out how to get the end reservoir set up, which shouldn't be too bad now that we have some fused quartz. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to want to get going on creating more, which is even better now that I decided to start with the alloy smelter, because that's going to be important. So let's go ahead and get that rocking while we are building. Input bus, ULV. Let's get a chest set up here. Get ourselves these in here. Cool, so now this should be creating quartz. And the output bus here, we just have it going to that. Very nice. Not very elegant yet, but I think it's not too bad. I'm pretty happy with it. So let's work on the end reservoir now. We do have some. I don't think we have enough. I think you need 8 per or 9 per. So we're going to need to make some cauldrons. Per tank. I don't know if it's a 4 recipe. Let's check it out. End reservoir. It makes 4. Okay, so we only need 8. That's not bad at all. We need 1 cauldron, which takes iron plates. And what do you know? We have that. Iron plates. Okay. Where'd my hammer go? It's in one of these backpacks. Ah! 50% chance. I got it wrong. And the wrought iron. Cool. Make the cauldron. And what did I do with all the fuse? Maybe I did make enough. I used 15 of them? I did. I said that I was going to do that. That's okay. We just need to make 8 of them. And hopefully this is able to just keep up with this production the whole time. And it is. Wow, that's so much faster than it was before because it's getting the right amount of steam. Who would have thought that that's how that was going to work? Definitely not me. But now we should be able to make ourselves the end reservoirs. Very, very cool. And then once we feed this with water, it should automatically do all the cool things that we need it to do. So let's get this set up. Let's do in this space here. Oh, let's disconnect that. We don't want that. Otherwise, it's going to fill with steam, which would not be fun. Turn that off. Oh no, I'm stuck. Ah, no, I'm stuck. Get that terracotta back. Come on, come on. Whatever, there it goes. And our last endervoir here. And we want to auto output to the side, maybe? Once it's creating it, it should automatically stay full. It's pumping in, but I don't know if it's creating enough. It is. Okay, is this filling? It is. Very slowly. It looks like I can only do a millibucket at a time. I'm just going to see if I can fill this up more. I don't know. I don't know how this works exactly. I remember the one in Nomi Factory was a little bit quicker. Like, it pretty much always stayed and produced a lot more than before. I think once this buffer fills up, it'll be a lot more able to keep up. Not too bad, though. We got more fused quartz being made. The boiler is, to my knowledge, fully automated, with the only input that we need for this entire setup is logs in this chest. And we get the output of coke, coal coke, and we get steam to feed all of our machines, at least one of the machines right now. I'm going to move the other ones, but I think it's going to take a little bit of time for me to do that. So I'm not going to do that for you guys today, but we'll definitely get that rocking and rolling. Let's just take a double check here at the quest book and see what the plans are for the next episode. I think for sure what we're going to want to do, that took a little bit longer than I anticipated, but that's okay. This is a journey after all, so that's what this is. Technological journey. So that's okay. I'm okay with that. So early power, let's read what this says. Steam will be your method of power production for a little bit. While buffering steam is discouraged, it may not be a bad idea now that you can make a super tank, 32,000 buckets. Okay, so I think that's an LV machine, but okay. It is also probably a good idea to put this steam in an ender tank so that you can route it anywhere, even remote miners in other dimensions. That is also going to be something that we're going to want to do. I think eventually we might have a separate steam large bronze boiler making just that fluid for the ender tanks eventually, and then we can use maybe that steam and put the turbines wherever we want to make the turbines go. I think maybe that might be something we can do. A lot of time to change things, a lot of times to figure things out, but I think we're doing a pretty good job so far. So we got the early power. That's cool. What else is necessary? Multi-block modularity. Multi-blocks are very modular and can have most of their casings replaced with hatches. This allows you to move hatches around for better automation or wall sharing. There are limits to the amount of casings and hatch ratio. In addition, do not build multi-blocks over chunk boundaries, as it will break with uneven loading of the void. I think I checked that, but if not, and I forgot, we'll readjust them. But I'm pretty sure I checked that it's in the right chunk, and things seem to be working right now. So that's a good sign of what I checked earlier. I know I didn't show that on camera, but I did before. Let's go ahead and complete this quest. And that's just about everything in this chapter. I'm going to get the steam oven rocking. I'm going to get all the bronze and stuff that we're going to need in between episodes and get that built in the next episode. And by that time, we'll have all of this stuff moved down there and maybe some more machines built. But I think the goal for the next episode is to be going ahead and working into this LV chapter, start getting some easier circuit crafting. So that's not too bad. I'm super excited. I think this is going pretty well so far. And now we start to get into the real nitty gritty of Greg Tech and start doing some cool stuff here. So I'm excited about that. But I think that's where I'm going to stop today. It was a good episode. I think we got a lot done. We got an Enderman friend here helping us close out the episode. So we're just going to hang out with our boy here. But that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me here over the past week as I've been filming a lot for you guys. So if you are enjoying the frequency of uploads and the videos themselves, please hit the like button. And obviously, if you're watching this for the first time, go ahead and hit subscribe and hang out with us and a lot of stuff in the future. He's really, really interested in us, and I'm a little bit scared. But with all that being said, that's all I got for you guys. It's been Eagle. Peace.